What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we've got to talk about how 2K has went very downhill since the game released 2 weeks ago. And I'm not one to sit here and want to hate on the game this early on because honestly, guys, gameplay-wise, I'm having a lot of fun. Honestly, I am playing the game a lot right now because, again, I'm enjoying it. And at the end of the day, at the core of gaming, you want to enjoy the game you play. But I will say this. A couple of things. The reasons I'm enjoying the game. First of all, the game is fun in my opinion. Are there problems with it? Absolutely, right? Like, I think fades are overpowered. I think defense isn't rewarded. But at the core of this game, I think it's fun to play, okay? The second thing is, I felt early on, when you played this game, you got rewarded. That's my thoughts, that's my opinions. I felt like early on, if you grinded the game, you got rewarded. Now let's get into it. Let's talk about it on a deeper level, okay? Since the game came out, right, 2K didn't explain salary cap. They didn't explain that there would be two different Season 1 mode completion rewards. And so people thought that you would be able to grind salary cap, 6,000 points, and get a season mode completion reward. 2K said that's not the case. Instead, here's your emerald card. And sorry, they didn't even say sorry. They just said sorry, tough. They didn't even say sorry. So, they said tough luck. But yeah, you're not getting your Season 1 ping dime. Okay, so that was the first kind of red flag is they didn't explain that there'd be like two different Season 1 mode completion rewards, which was just really weird and rubbed people the wrong way. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do my exhibitions because honestly, like this is it's sad, but exhibitions is one of the most worth it things to be doing on this game right now. It's sad that it's gotten to this stage, but that's the stage where it's gotten, okay? So I'll take my 250 MT from exhibitions and continue moving forward. The next thing 2K has supposedly been doing is nerfing breakout boards. And I wouldn't put it past them whatsoever at all because since 2K did update boards, right? Now you've got the 90s instead of the current. I almost guarantee it's true that 2K has updated the breakout rewards to make them worse. Why? Well, breakout was probably, and still probably is, the most worth it game mode to play. But 2K said, maybe it's too worth it. Maybe we started off too hot. Maybe we started out way too hot. Maybe we need to slow down how good these boards truly are. And so they nerfed these boards. And now, I'm not going to say it's not worth playing, but it's not nearly as worth playing as it once was, right? Like, MT was flying off these boards. People were getting 10K, 7K MT left and right. And now, it looks like the boards are pretty nerfed from what I am seeing. Again, it's just my observation. Let's go into Triple Threat Park. Triple Threat Park, a week and a half ago, we saw a 25-game win streak. So if you won 25 games in a row, you got a free diamond card. This week, this Sunday, we saw no win streak. We saw no updates to this, right? And it is what it is, but that's just what we saw. We saw really no updates to this. Obviously, streak busters are a thing, but nobody goes on 20-game win streaks because, again, it shows up and people want to bust them, and it's really, really, really difficult. But other than that, Park, it is what it is. You can still get double reps sometimes, but it's obviously not ideal. Let's talk about Showdown, okay? Showdown season prizes, or not Showdown, so Showdown weekly prizes. Are these the same? Yeah, but I would be very surprised if this Hidden Gems 92 plus overall pack this week doesn't get nerfed. And remember, these are the same weekly rewards that were in the game since the pre-order came out. You know, since 2.5, 3 weeks ago, come this Friday. You'd want to see these progress and maybe get better, but they've stayed literally the exact same outside of updating like it to the weekly packs, which obviously is not ideal. Not great at the end of the day, in my opinion. So Showdown, is it worth playing? I don't know. As far as all-star team up, you got to get 5 wins in a row, I think, with the exact same squad to get ultimately your daily rewards, I think is what it is. So yeah, you need, what is it? 5, let's see. Oh, you need 5 wins with the same squad to get one of these rewards. At the end of the day, you need the exact same squad. And again, unless you have 5 guys that are going to play back-to-back to get back games, it's just, you know, it's probably not worth doing. As far as the auction house, it's dead, okay? I'm not going to sugarcoat things. The auction house is dead right now. Why? Because 2K has taken it upon themselves to put 0 effort into this game. 0 effort. You would think for it being a new 2K that the MyTEAM devs would be doing something, anything. Instead of nerfing rewards, maybe making their content better. But I honestly think, and this is my opinion, that 2K's pack sales are down a little. And I think that what they're doing is nerfing the rewards to make them worse instead of making content better. I'm sorry, but you've given us the same super packs weeks and weeks and weeks. You've given us these same dog water packs every Friday. I'm sorry. Nobody wants an undersized point guard, an undersized shooting guard, both that aren't good, and a WNBA player that can't play. I'm sorry. The content has been the content basically has been non-existent. I'm going to be honest with you. The content has basically been non-existent. The only free thing we've seen is this Henry Bibby and Earl Monroe dynamic duo, which is absolute blasphemy. So, in my opinion, instead of 2K saying, yeah, let's improve content, let's see if we can, you know, get the community back to enjoying the game and figuring it out together and trying to work with the community to put a good 2K out here. And instead of that, they're blaming the community for not opening these dog water packs. But I'm sorry, as far as I'm concerned, that should be my team's responsibility to make the game slightly better. But that's just me. That's what I would do as a MyTEAM dev instead of hurting the community by making the rewards even worse. I genuinely don't know, from here moving forward, what type of game we are going to get. Because it seems like anything that we've got going well, 2K ruins. All you got to do is look no further than the King of the Court rewards. King of the Court was somewhat worth playing. Like, no matter who you are, no matter, you know, what you thought of King of the Court, it was somewhat worth playing. But moving forward for the average Joe, since they nerfed the rewards, I can't even say that King of the Court is worth it for the average Joe anymore because I don't think it is. So it brings me to the whole point. This season, we started it off with really good Season 1 rewards. We saw Jason Kidd, we saw Jack Sigma, and we saw Glenn Rice, as well as you could get a free hidden gem pink dime. You can get 50k MT. Like, there's things to definitely grind for. If you think next season we're getting as good of rewards, I got news for you. We're not. If you think for a moment that Season 1, even like the Pascal Siakam, even the level 40 Clay, if you think that these cards are going to be as good as they were this season, I got news for you. They're not. It's sad, but there is absolutely no way, after the way we have seen 2K handle things, that these cards are going to be as good. And I honestly would not be surprised. I wouldn't put it past 2K if they nerfed Sigma's release to make him worse and put Jason Kidd's release on normal timing. I wouldn't put it past 2K because after the recent stuff that they've really done to the community in the last couple of days and just making the game, you know, basically a non-rewarding game that's not even really worth grinding, I don't really know what the community is expecting from 2K. They've basically went backwards 10 steps instead of, you know, trying to figure out, okay, our pack sales may be down. How do we fix this? How do we make it so the community is hype about the game? How do we make it so the community is enjoying the game? The auction house is dead. You want to know why? Because your pack odds are absolutely abysmal. These pack odds are the worst pack odds I've ever seen in an Ultimate Team game mode, and it's not even close. People aren't playing the game. Why? Maybe because your content is non-existent. Figure it out, 2K. Figure it out. I will say one thing. In all aspects of life, effort is needed. All aspects of my life. I'll tell you every single aspect of my life. Everyone from work to my relationships to my family, you know, to my even when I was an athlete, right? Effort is needed. The moment you stop giving effort is the moment you stop being successful. Let that sink in. Last year, you had your big spenders, right? You had that select group that would spend a bunch of money completing the events. But while you had that, you neglected the entire MyTEAM community. At the start of this year, it felt like, you know what? They're giving us some solid Season 1 rewards. They're making the game somewhat rewarding to play. King of the Court, Breakout. But it seems like since then, 2K has went in the opposite direction. I don't know what this means for you, but I genuinely hope that 2K figures it out. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.